south of the border, down Mexico way.
Hi, Richard Cole again. This morning I watched the news and there was a comment made that 79% of all violent crimes in New York City are caused by migrants. That statistic really bothered me when I think of how this has been handled. Over the years, it's been a problem. The Democrats have always said they want a comprehensive plan before they will move forward. The Republicans have always said, let's close the border and stop all of them coming in. So what does comprehensive mean? Comprehensive means that they won't agree to allowing or to stopping people coming over the border, the illegals, until they agree on a plan to provide a path to citizenship for those who are already here illegally, millions upon millions of them. Well, that's sort of like saying, let's say your toilet is overflowing. And what are you going to do about it? Well, instead of working on the toilet, go to the water company and ask them why there's so much water pressure in our area while your bathroom is flooding and flooding. So nothing gets accomplished. You keep arguing, you're not going to stop the toilet until the water company does something about the water pressure. So that's where we are, always have been with the Democrats. Now, when Biden was appointed or was elected president, on day one, he decided to reverse anything with a Trump name associated with him, anything at all. And one of them was the wall was being built to try to keep these illegals coming across the border. He stopped that right where it was, even though a lot of money had been spent already. Now there were these walls sitting there, and they just walked around at the big openings because the walls weren't finished. And Kamala was appointed the czar, the border czar. Big announcement. Right off the bat, she was appointed that. So as time went on, Republican Congress people kept going down to the border and talk about it and find out that they need more security down there, more border agents. Couldn't get the money for that. Back and forth they went. Then Kamala decided, well, she would go to the water company. She went down to one of the South American countries, I forget which, to see them, to see why are you sending people up? She's in this country that's poor, people have nothing. And what message are we sending to them? That's when all the sanctuary cities started popping up all over the country. All liberal cities, every one of them. And they said, come, we'll take care of you. You're always welcome in our city. Please come, please come. Texas was getting overrun with hundreds and hundreds of thousands, then into the millions of these illegals. So what did Texas do? Governor Abbott decided to put a bunch of them on planes and send them to the sanctuary cities where they'd be welcome. It wasn't long before Chicago, New York, Portland, San Francisco, LA said, we can't handle all these. We don't have the facilities to handle all these people. Please stop it. And then Governor DeSantis pulled a really good one. The liberals on Martha's Vineyard, which is where Obama is now, he wasn't there then, they all said, this is a sanctuary island. We welcome, they should be welcome all over the country. So he sent, DeSantis sent about 50 of them on a plane up to Martha's Vineyard. The people, the natives of Martha's Vineyards were appalled. What are we going to do with these people? Yuck, we don't want them in our midst. So within hours, they got them on another plane, flew them out of the island, sent them to Massachusetts somewhere. So that's how they're really handling it. Trump also had a policy, an agreement in Mexico that asylum seekers, an asylum seeker is someone who feels they are so persecuted in their country They can't live there, just can't live there. They have to get out, and they have to have some proof, some documentation, something that makes their case for them. And they were coming across the border and then applying after they got across the border, and then we'd never see them again. So Trump negotiated with Mexico. Asylum seekers would stay in Mexico, and they would be processed there. And if they were approved, then they could come over. Because Trump's name was attached to that, Biden discontinued that and allowed them to start coming back over again. Now that Harris is running for president, she's saying, no, I was never the border czar. I don't know where you're getting that from, but I'm going to take that over. And we're going to solve this problem. And Republicans never agreed to our various bills we had to stop this, so I'm going to do it on my own. Well, the funny thing about that is Biden reversed all these policies without going through Congress. And Trump actually put a lot of them in place with executive orders. So Harris is just playing games, blaming the Republicans, saying she's going to save the day. Don't believe a word of it. Remember the famous, I still laugh about the famous Lester Holt interview with Harris when she was named the border czar. This was a few months later, and he said, "You're not going to the border." She said, "We have people at the border." And he said, "But you haven't gone to the border." And she said, "Well, I haven't gone to Europe either." What a stupid question. Then she even said, "I don't know what you're driving at." That was as dumb. That showed us how dumb she was. Now, you people, you Democrats love her, think she's the greatest thing since sliced bread. She's done nothing, she's accomplished nothing, and don't believe in a word she says. So that's all I have to say on that subject.